As we last saw our companions, they had finished the battle on Kivik, searched spoke with King Aramis, sent him off, and then also started making their way to find the potential sword that was possibly taken by the fireplane. As they spoke with the students, got some more information, they decided to make their way to Engel's hometown to have dinner with his family. And during the conversation, he was able to put his mother more at ease for his travels and unknowingly convince the remaining pair that sat at the table across from them to hand them what appears to be some sort of rusty sword that the new town's cleric has received in kind of a chaotic scramble on Kivik prior to the battle commencing. As we join them now, Locke is in the midst of identifying this item.
Takes me a little while. I don't have it prepared. I just have it as a ritual, but 10 minutes of working on the sword will reveal its magical properties to me, if it has any.
Okay. And the cleric, gets up from the table, starts clearing his plates, and leaves you and Engel to yourselves.
Should I
I
do
was
it in
gonna.
here, Engel, or do you want to go outside for identifying it?
I don't think there's anything crazy that happens. Like you know,
Oh,
like
no, not like
doing that.
that, but I don't know if it
Yeah.
would be rude or
Okay.
something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guess I'll get started.
Hey, I mean, we're here. It's okay. I
All
don't
right,
think she's gonna kick us out for doing magic in the house.
all right.
I hope not.
I'll set up my stuff, pull out my book, start working.
Okay. As you focus on this curved blade in front of you, uh, Engel, do you want to do anything with the two remaining people in the house? Or do you want to do anything on your
Um,
own?
I think did the cleric leave or is he still there?
No, he just went to the kitchen to help out with some dishes and stuff.
Okay. Did she already take our plates or are they still here?
They're in front of you.
Okay. I guess did we eat them?
I mean, if you want to eat the plates, that's fine.
Okay. Eating said place starting with the fork. Nah, I'm playing. No. I guess we did eat our food though, right? Like our conversation, or
Yeah,
were we just kind of
yeah,
like talking? Okay.
yeah. So in the last session, you guys ate, and then it counted as a short rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'll probably go ahead and pick up our plates and take them into the kitchen.
Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to talk to anyone or just quietly work?
I mean, I'll talk. I mean, if they're already talking, then I'll kind of like participate in the conversation or listen in.
Okay. So as you step into the kitchen, the cleric begins talking with, or you step into the conversation about heading to Barumi. And at first, your mother protests, but she understands that there are other people on this continent that do need to see the light and to be healed. Uh, as you kind of gleam in, he mentions how he should be leaving for Barumi once a letter reaches um, the office and grants him permission, which should usually take around 2 or 3 days.
Okay. Um, correct me if I'm wrong. Brumley is not where we're headed, right? We're heading to the school, I think, next.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
probably.
Where's the school in Bruni? I keep on forgetting which continent is which.
Yeah,
No,
Barumi is just south of here. It's like a 2-day hike,
Yeah.
on carriage. I guess you can not really hike, a 2-day ride by carriage, um, and the school is on Galmoon on the south side.
Okay.
So totally different content.
Sort of. Okay. No, that's what I thought. Okay. So I mean, I'm just listening in, and well, I ask him, where are you heading in Barumi?
Well, usually there I set up a little bit of a shop in the inn, and then I just visit door to door. So I go from place to place. Um, and sometimes I have been known to stop off at the Undertaker's and kind of give, I guess, a little bit late, but still last rites.
Okay.
Do you have interest in going to Barumi?
We're heading in the opposite direction, unfortunately. But
Oh, I see.
I've been to Barumi. I was
If
curious as to where
there
you're going.
is, if there is any advice, am I'm still in awe that you know the people you know.
Yeah. Um, I mean, honestly, my main advice would be to not, do anything rash to anybody. Clearly that's a that's a given.
Yeah.
But if I remember correctly, and I think we have I'm looking at the map here outside the game. I'm looking at the map
Mhm.
here in Lamore and Barumi. That's I'm trying to remember. We have that spot for the portal, right?
Y- for the
Yeah.
portal, there is no portal. There's a portal a little bit north of there.
Well, on that island, we have that portal,
Yeah,
right? Like we've been to that
yeah,
portal.
yeah,
Is that the one that's in
yeah.
the
That's
cave, or is that the one that's in the not the cave? Oh yeah, the one in the cave, or is that the one that's not on the mountain? I'm trying
yes,
to remember which portal that is.
Barumi is around the one with the mountain.
So
Close
I'm
to.
right. That is the one on the mountain.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Ruby's the one that we can't go back to ever again, I think.
No, we can't. Colby is the one where they might have some trouble with us.
Wasn't there one that we were banned from when we tried to like teleport there? Was that Colby or
That
was that
was Colby. That was the portal that was
What-
in a cave, though. That was exactly the other one.
Okay, sorry. There's two islands. I'm getting them mixed up, I guess.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, I'm sorry. For some reason, I'm blanking on what we did in Barumi.
That's where the king of Wamor has his castle.
Oh, that's what we
There's
were
like,
setting up in the other house, right?
yeah. Well, yeah, we set it up not within the city walls. It was like a little village, but that was right outside the
Yeah.
town. Yeah.
What's the name of the village? Or do we ever get a name of the village?
Allrine, I think, something with A.
All right. Okay. Okay. Okay.
You were saying you were kicked out of somewhere. What was this?
That was Kivik, where we
No,
tried to bring
Colby.
in the. Right, sorry, no, Colby. It was Colby because we were
Oh,
trying
okay,
to
yeah,
bring
yeah,
in
yeah. At the gates. Yes. Okay.
yeah, the gates, yeah. And then they said like, don't ever come back here. In a nutshell, or that's how Engel took it. Which Bernie had to talk him down. But yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay, no, I'm remembering the conversation I had with him now. Yeah. So back in the game. Yeah, Broomy is a nice place. Amazing, ar- amazing blacksmith because they helped us out with bombs and stuff like that. There's a little town on the outskirts of it. That's where our place will be at, but it's still a nice town. Good to visit if you want to go outside the walls.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to speak with the you want to speak with the king or stuff like that, you can tell him, me, and Locke. Although, did the king meet Locke? He did, right? Or did you?
Yes, I
He did.
believe
Okay.
so.
Okay. Sorry, I'm also trying to remember which places we've been to with Locke.
No
Which places
worries.
we've
Yeah,
been with Locke.
there's a lot of cities so far.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, back to game. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I highly recommend it. It's nice, and yeah, I think you'll definitely be able to do some outreach there.
Okay. I mean, I heard. I went maybe about a week ago to Rockdale, and there had been a lot of devastation that had taken place. There was, I guess, some flying creature just took to the skies and started just raining just chaos from above. And yeah, they definitely needed my guidance and help, and I was happy to be there.
Oh,
But
I think that was us. I think we were the ones that took down that creature in
oh,
Rockdale.
wow, all right. I mean, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to stop it before it did anything else. Um, but yeah, I've been keeping busy the last couple weeks. Um, so yeah, it's definitely shoes I need to get used to. But
Mm,
yeah, if you could put me in contact with the king, or at least make some sort of introduction, that would be amazing.
I won't be there anytime soon, but like I said, the king does know me and Locke. Because if you mentioned that you're with us, or if you're from my town, I would imagine that he would be more open to talking with you and such. I don't see why he wouldn't, unless
Okay.
something has happened. Knock on wood, and I knock on the table, or
Yeah.
sorry, or I knock on the counter.
Counter, yeah. Counter's fine. Okay, well, that's incredible then. All right. That really takes a load off my mind. And hopefully I can gain access to Burumi without needing to wait for so long, especially for those in need.
Oh, you have to wait. The gates are normally open.
Again, for an outside cleric that's new to his post, uh, I've been having to make a lot of pleasantries to get my foot in the door.
Oh,
I guess with everything going on with that, you know, wyvern attack and these portals opening up, I guess they're a little bit more hesitant on unknown faces.
oh, okay.
Something else worth knowing about Barumi is that they have this kind of underground town. If you go down in the sewers, they have like shops and even a small inn there, cheap
Mm,
lodgings.
yeah,
So I wouldn't recommend
Interesting.
drinking the water. Definitely drink the beer if you go there.
yeah. It's
Okay.
underground, so it's a little. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I can bring my own water. I don't really imbibe,
Or
but
actually, if you're a cleric, you can also, if you don't have the ability to purify water, you can consult your deity and see if they can provide you with that ability. Because again, that will greatly help you in that situation.
okay. Yeah. Excellent then. Yeah, I definitely want to give that a try. I mean, I guess I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I took this on, but I like the fact that there's so much to learn, and I guess I could, in so many words, get better at this. Um, yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay. It is indeed a tough job. Mm, mm. I was gonna ask, how are you on your uh protection and spells and stuff like that from your deity? Have they helped you out and provided you with everything you needed, or
Well, I've been trying to pick up some sort of information along the way and I guess learn from those I pass in my travels. And I've been getting better, but I guess it just seems like it's slow and go.
Okay. And I asked him if he feels comfortable with telling me his abilities and such, or if I can give him some guidance.
For you to give him guidance?
Yeah. Huh. Well, not actually guidance, but guidance.
Yeah,
Not
yeah, yeah.
spell.
Like advice, yeah.
Yeah, advice.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, definitely I would love to pick your brain. I don't know if you have the time to show me everything, but I mean, hopefully hopefully I can find out at least something along the way because that'd be amazing.
I'll at least give you enough to where you don't get killed.
Yeah, that's hopefully I don't want to have to go through that. Um and at this point, Locke, it's been 10 minutes.
All right. What have I learned?
Check your messages.
Oh, Discord is silent for me because I'm recording.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it does seem like this is what we were looking for.
Sweet.
It's called a slaying scimitar, apparently. And it's just you can tune it to a certain element, and then it's more powerful against that element for a little while. But yeah, it seems like the school was interested in this.
Slaying scimitar. Okay. Does it look like it's powered up, or is it not? Or does it look like it's ready to
It's
work?
currently
Or...
activated. I don't know. Can I tell?
It just looks like it's just sitting there.
Yeah, don't think so. It only lasts for a while once you activate it anyway. So unless someone used it within the last hour or so, it wouldn't be. And yeah, it's not activated, but it can be.
Okay. Can we activate it?
How do you activate it? I don't. It's not in the message, Clavine.
Uh, I can add it to the message, but this was also okay. I guess the headmaster had told you, but yeah, I'll put it in there real quick. Um, let's see. To activate. Uh,
But even if we were to activate it now, Angle, it would only remain active for an hour. It's the kind of thing where you do it at the top of a battle, and then you can use it for that battle. Perhaps might even have to reactivate it mid-battle.
Okay.
do you see?
Yeah. You just put it in contact with the element that you want it to be strong against. Keep it in the campfire if you want to use it against the element of fire. Something like that.
Okay, so it works against the actual element you're trying to get to work against. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me know if there's anything unclear about what I sent.
You say with each use against the same opponent, you add an extra hit die. So does
Yes.
that mean each hit gets stronger than the last one, or just it's plus
Yes.
it's 2 hit dice every time?
Yes.
But each hit is 2.
So
It's not 2 and then 3 hit dice and then 4 and then 5 and then 6 and so on, right?
So you attack someone, and it starts off as a 1d12. Then you attack them the next round, it's a 2d12.
Oh, it
You
does
attack them
scale.
the next turn, it's a 3d12.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
would you
again,
fight with a scimitar angle? Personally, I wouldn't, but perhaps something that the school will be able to learn from and copy onto other weapons. Would be nice if the soldiers we're fighting with had that ability.
I think Bernie could probably do it too. And can't what's his name? Simon do it as well.
Yeah. I mean, he could. He has a magic sword already. I don't know which one he would prefer, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah, or Bernie. Like I said, Bernie doesn't have anything right now.
Yeah. Alma did tell me though that the school is interested in it, so we should still take it there and present it to the headmaster.
Oh yeah, no, obviously
See
if
what
we're
they
not gonna
make of it.
use it, we should also just give it to them, help them out.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, means I'm ready to get going again.
Okay.
So just let me know, you might want to say your goodbyes.
Yeah, I was going
Be
to.
quick.
And then is my mom just in the room, like just listening to all of this?
well, she was in the conversation about going to Barumi and being like you giving guidance and stuff to the cleric. So she was there for that.
Okay.
Since the home is kind of small, Locke was able to hear the conversation from the other room. So everyone's like all in this conversation, even though they're kind of like in different different spots.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Then,
yeah.
I'll go ahead and I'll, walk up to my mother, give her a hug, and say, "All right, I'm going to head out."
Okay. Yeah. I mean, just be safe and remember your promise. Just
Okay. I will be
keep coming
safe,
back.
and I'll remember my promise. Yes.
And then she goes over to Locke and take care of my boy.
Do my very best. Thank you very much for the lovely dinner, for the hospitality. And wish you all the best.
Okay. She gives you one last hug, Angle, and she kind of, in a very hearty, kind of loving way, she like pushes your back out the door.
Yep. And then I will then proceed to walk down the. Well, I'll leave.
Okay.
I'll just go ahead and right, and then exit the house.
We don't want to go the way we came.
Oh, back to the wall over here. Yeah, okay, I need to go climb it real quick. Climb check. Ah! Okay. Walking on people's houses.
It seems the paths were made to do that.
I guess we know the way, so we can just go ahead and just.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much this. Yeah, you're going the right way. You can go down like right here's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one. And there.
All right. Where is this guy? There we go. All right. the both of you return back to the student. Oh, how was it?
It was good.
Yeah.
Food was nice. It wasn't too bad.
Okay. And you see the student kind of like looking over the head of the griffin, over at like kind of your hands or pockets. Oh, did you guys eat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Great. All right. So what's the plan?
I guess we're heading to the school now, so we can go ahead and drop off the artifact that we just found.
Oh, okay. I guess maybe when we get back I can eat too.
Right.
Yeah.
We totally should have invited him
Yeah.
in. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
We can go join your schoolmates. And then I'm sure they're having dinner too. Or I mean, we can give you rations. That's all we really have on us, unfortunately.
Oh, no, that's okay. I can, I guess, just wait. Are you ready to go?
Yep. Ready to go.
I just added this leg scimitar to our Excel. But yeah, I'm ready to go too.
Okay.
I think I have to
And what?
cast that spell twice, right? Levitate for this trip.
Yes.
Remember
Yeah.
correctly? No.
Yeah. Why on earth can't I click on this guy? Did they change? Can you right click your characters, or is that no? It's not possible.
I can.
Oh, great. I don't know why I can't. Okay. I don't know why I can't. Okay. Well, I can't click him, so hopefully he's not gonna disappear. So then let's go back over to Kivik.
Mm.
All right, I'll pull you guys over. It's just loading for me. Wow. What? What's? I don't get it.
Mm.
Uh, there we go. Yes. I don't know why I can't click on these characters. That's worrisome. All right, cool, great, awesome, perfect, wonderful. All right,
I don't even
yep.
see my character anymore.
I think it might be because they're unique.
Oh, did they change that?
I don't think it was that way before. No, you can only be in one place at once. I
My
don't know.
screen
Maybe
is
not.
literally jittering all over the map.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Oh, the days of having a nice laptop are so long gone to me.
Should we pause the recording?
Yeah, please. I can't even I can't even get to. Come on. Come on, you. Every time I try and move to Kivik, let me do this. Let me just click on Bernie. I'm
Or
like stuck
here.
in the ocean. Okay, thank you for that. It's really annoying. I need a computer. Um, all right, where I just. Okay. Okay, there's angle. Wait, come on. Scroll. There we go. Okay, and there's lock. Okay, we're back. Thank you for suggesting the pause, because that's not fun. All right. So you guys are there. Let me just get the Griffin kid, Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
He's right over here in the woods.
Oh God. Okay, can you can you click the thing for me?
Oh, here.
So
Oh,
we're in
he's
Kivik.
yeah. Okay, cool. Nope.
No, we're in Unknown Realm 4.
No, no, you were in the right map, Angle. I pulled you in.
Oh,
Map is called Unknown Realm 4.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah. So I don't see Ingle anywhere, or I guess there he is. Okay, there he is.
I can't click this guy. Oh my God, this is annoying. All right. All right. Well, I'm grumpy, so.
You can't right click on him. Just right
No,
click.
I can't. Like, not a thing. Can't do anything to this guy. Like, I tried to click on your character too. I can't right click. And then if I use the WSD, WASD, um, like it just kind of it moves me into that direction,
Yeah.
and then it kind of rocks me back and forth from the direction I came, and then it rocks bigger and bigger and bigger, and like the whole screen, like the whole map is just like shaking more and more and more, and then I just like end up in the ocean somewhere.
Mhm. And when you go to edit, like to remove his character, you can't click on it in the GM view.
No, I can't click on anything.
Oh crap!
Like even just kind of like pulling him from right here to right over here was like a pain. Let me try something real quick. 1 second. Hope this is gonna work. Please let it work.
Sounds like a network issue, though. Not really computer.
Well, that's the crazy thing. Like the the internet I'm on is pretty good. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna move to like I guess closer to the router, and hopefully that'll do its wonders. Because
Okay.
this is it's impossible to actually do anything. Okay, as you guys touch down, you finally make it, and the griffin kind of calls out a screech as the students emerge from the trees, from their hiding places, and you touch down directly in front of them.
Hey again.
Oh, wow. Good to see you. I'm glad you're finally back safe and sound. Did everything go well?
Uh, it did.
Yeah.
We even got the thing that we were gonna stay here for, which means that we actually need to ask you guys about this. If we can, it would be great if we can travel to the school together with you. There's nothing keeping us here anymore now.
Okay.
I think that's
And
would
how
be
would you
possible.
travel with us?
Uh, I was assuming that you were gonna go back through the portal over there. Is that wrong?
You mean the well, which portal?
Well,
Where's over
the
there?
pond,
Yes.
portal. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we were gonna go through the portal.
Is it possible for us to tag along there, or does that not work?
There would need to be someone that could stay behind and close the portal.
Oh. Sure, we can find some sort of magical solution for that. Let me think. What you need? You need hands to be able to close it, and you need to be able to speak words.
Correct.
I look to the lock and I say, "Hey, we could just we could just use the portal back, the other portal back. You can just go ahead and just do that,
Mm, kind of, but it doesn't really take us where we need to go. We would then still like we'd end up in Tordia again, basically.
or we can go
Our
somewhere else."
usual means. I mean, what we could do is we take the like fixed portal stealer here, and we teleport to the mountain, and then we go down from the mountain. We contact Tordia with the guy that can open portals in trees. Then he would open the portal to the tree where we are at the base of the mountain, so we could go to Tordia, and we would have to wait a day there, and then we can open another portal to go to uh, the vicinity of the school and then travel to the school. So it would really be a lot easier if we find some way of going with them right away. But it's a lot of steps for that trip.
I mean,
Have you, one of the students speaks up, have you studied at all about sigils?
You were talking about teleportation sigils, or what do you mean?
Yes.
I have not. I'm interested in it. That was one of the things I was hoping to learn at your school.
Yeah, I think once you can learn that, I think travel can really open up for you.
Mm.
We the way we usually get to school is for first year students or so, or those who haven't learned teleportation yet. They go by the uh, wagons, but many of us just actually teleport. It's kind of a lot easier.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, can one of you guys do that? And we could definitely tag along through that, right?
They kind of like look at each other, and one of the boys steps up. I mean, we would create a sigil, and then it would just remain here So we would have to have a secure location.
Oh, really? It stays?
Yeah,
I thought it just opens a circle temporarily. Temporarily. You're not talking about teleportation circle then? You're talking about something else?
like it's you know, either engrave it into the stone or you use some sort of dye or paint or something, and then you yeah you need to create the symbols that you've arranged, and from there you can teleport to a location that also has those same symbols in the same configuration.
But the way I understand it, on the site where you cast a spell, they disappear afterwards, no?
No, the ones that we learn, they're permanent, or at least
Oh,
semi-permanent.
okay.
This was so just so you know, Locke, this was something that the headmaster had said about, like, kind of for you to have in a home kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can my undead speak? No, right?
I wouldn't imagine so. They're just like a zombie.
See the zombie stat block.
Can they speak? If they can, if it's the zombie, I thought they could just understand common.
No, they can't speak. I looked it up. Understands the languages it knew in life, but can't speak.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. I'm going through my spells and seeing if I can summon anything that can speak.
Yeah.
I don't think so. All right, we'll have to go the long way then. Or do you have something, Engel? Some idea?
Nope, I got nothing. Because yeah, teleportation. That's yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we have any items that help either.
Yeah, that's the only
All
thing I can
right.
think of. If we see them off, and then we, make that really long trek back to the school.
What do you mean?
Oh, no, no. Like I said, the only thing I can think of is yeah, we see the kids off, and then or students off, and then make the long trek back to the school
Oh, yeah.
on the way.
Yeah, I think so. The only thing, we have the powder, but we need to know the fireplace in order to use that teleportation powder that they gave us. We don't really know any fireplaces there.
Yeah.
Or
I
do any of you know fireplaces there, and one of you could close it and then go through the powder to go back home?
Well, we would need a fireplace to go into and come out of. So I don't know if there's any fireplaces. I think the headmaster had said because I guess enough of Kivik was destroyed that we're not able to come through the fireplace. We have to wait for you to open the portal.
Engel, did your mother have a fireplace?
Did she have a fireplace? I think she did, but I think it was too small.
It's more of like I wouldn't consider it a fireplace. It's kind of like the corner of the kitchen, and there's just like some coals and stuff on the ground, and it's heating. So
Hmm.
I think
What about?
You would if you know any of the. Go ahead and make a history check. Angle.
Me or um,
Angle.
yeah.
Okay. Um, you do know that anyone in town that would have a chimney would have a fireplace, but you don't remember any chimneys that you might have seen.
Okay.
So that's your knowledge. I did not, obviously, Locke and the others don't know what you just thought.
uh, I do have another idea as well. What about stone shaping? I can stone shape. We could meld some stone here into a fireplace. Here at the edge of the lake, there's a lot of exposed rock right under the water. Pull that up and make a fireplace. What do you think,
I
students?
mean, yeah, I was saying, will that work for them?
They Can you build a small domicile for and then put the fireplace there?
It needs a house around it.
Yeah, just something makeshift if you can. Even if we just gather stones, or even if we just chop down some trees or something of the nature.
I mean, we could. It's not as easy as just quickly casting a spell, but at that point, we might as well go and ask at the Elven village if they have any fireplaces and would be willing to let us know. You know, your headmaster said there aren't any here, so probably not.
Yeah. Maybe we could try repairing a broken fireplace in one of the houses.
Yeah, that stone shape could do that for sure.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we can do that. Um, so what's the plan for that?
We only flew over their village, so we don't really know how to get there on foot. Is that right? Or did we see a path? No, right?
No path. Yeah.
What about the village that was throwing spears at us?
That's Kivik.
Oh, is that them? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones we saw. I mean, to be fair, they didn't know who we were. I don't think they're actually like our enemies that just didn't know who or what we were. They were fire people attacking their I mean not village, but at least their island. So I can
Yeah.
understand why they would react
Shooting
initially.
off arrows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we would have to make contact with them somehow.
Well, the students kind of perk up. We did go there to assist them earlier while you were going to drop off that king.
Oh,
We went to the village. You would actually remember this because it just happened a few hours ago, but that
Yeah.
was like the plan earlier. Um, we did make contact and help them, so they recognize us because of our uniforms and the connection they have to our school.
all right. Well, yeah, I can certainly fix a fireplace there as long as it's made of stone, of course.
Yeah, I would hope so. I do know that they do kind of live in the trees, and maybe there might be a few places on ground level made of stone.
Certainly worth asking, I think.
Okay, yeah, we can head over now,
All
and
right.
then two of the students uh, immediately jump on their brooms. The second student very slowly mounts his broom. He's flying too. Yeah. All right. Okay. If you guys want to head over.
I guess I'll have to like hang on to somebody.
It shouldn't be that far from here.
Okay.
Maybe we can fly down and find a path. Because when we actually went below the tree line, there actually were no trees when we looked up.
Okay.
All right. With that, the two students on brooms whisk off and head toward Kivik. And within about a few minutes, they return and say, "All right, well, there actually is a walking path that's not that far from here. If we just continue down this path, um, back toward the water."
Can you show us the way?
They
Yeah.
said this way.
Oh, don't throw me to the ocean. Yeah. So they show you the way, and about halfway back, yo. Yeah, now start turning toward. Let me get the thing. Yeah, so right through here. And then you just kind of keep walking. Let me kind of zoom out to right about here ish. There we go. But you don't have to walk through the trees. It's fine. I have it. Kivik is going to be a crazy, like it's like half Naseti. Um, so as you get there, you look around, and the students obviously announce themselves. Uh, excuse me, hello, and then immediately you see arrows and bows pointed in your direction as the students emerge from the darkness. The the bows are withdrawn. Uh, is everything okay? You're back? Yes, we're trying to look for possibly a way home. Oh, yes, please enter. And they took a look at the two of you. Who are these? Who are you?
Uh, Hi, I'm Locke. This is my friend Engel. Pretty
Hello.
aimless. We fought in that whole, fire battle out there. Nice to meet you.
For which side?
Oh, obviously with the students. We're not from the plane of fire for sure.
Were you the one that was flying overhead earlier?
Yeah, together with this student here on the Griffin. Yeah,
Ah, I see. Ah, well, I'm sorry we didn't recognize the student. We just saw something flying overhead and we were trying to defend our village.
yeah.
Please, if you fought against and were successful, please come in. Is there anything we can do?
Um, well, we're looking for essentially a fireplace. Do you have an earthen fireplace somewhere made of stone or something similar? That I think they're all broken from what we've heard, but that if it's made from stone or clay or something, I could fix it.
Oh, so you can repair some of our village.
Uh-oh.
I'm currently rather spent. Even for that one fireplace, I would have to rest an hour to even do it. I don't think I could do much, but yeah, I would like to fix one because basically they will be able to teleport through a fireplace back home. That's what we're trying to do.
And as you kind of look around, you don't see, at least from where you are, it's thick trees. You don't really see any buildings. You just see like very thick tree trunks that extend pretty high up. And you see piles of like wood fires just kind of scattered, obviously not next to the trees, and the area around them are cleared. Yes, well, I guess it would be nice to help out. Um, but also it would be nice to be helped out. Um, is there anything you can do and we can help you in return? We do have, and you see around it, you see things and items scattered on the ground, but you don't see any buildings. It just seems like things are just, beds are broken, um, items, clothes, everything's just all kind of a mess. It would be nice to have a little bit of assistance before we can commit to whatever you may need.
I mean, we can offer physical labor. I just don't have any spare magic, to do it quick and easy. But we can use our muscles.
Do you have rope, maybe?
Yeah, we do.
How much rope?
I'd have to double check, but it's quite a bit, like 100 feet, maybe. I don't know.
I have mold earth and I have mending, so I can.
Huh. Okay. Well, I guess if you could give us an hour or two of your time,
Yeah, I can mend whatever
then
needs it that's ever broken.
perfect. Well, that's wonderful then. All right. I guess I'll call the others and we'll get everything ready. Um, yes. When will you be ready to assist?
Anyway, before I fix that fireplace that we were talking about, I am gonna need to rest for an hour to actually, get that strength to do it. But physical labor, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I can.
Uh,
I can
well,
help
I
out with some of the
guess.
magical stuff.
I'm sorry.
I can help out with some of the magical stuff. So like if
Perfect.
you need anything,
Yeah, we do have a lot of items that are broken down and maybe repaired. I guess we could do 1 hour of repairs on the broken items, and then maybe 1 hour of helping us bring those items back up to the houses. And he like kind of like looks up to the sky a little bit.
mm,
Would that be okay?
yeah.
All right, perfect. Okay, so I guess uh, I your name again was
Mine
Me?
is
Well,
yeah, Angle. Angle, your name again was?
Ingle.
Ah, perfect, Angle. I guess we can use your help first, and your name was?
I'm Lock.
Locke. I guess we can use both of your helps after the first hour. Does that sound good?
Yeah, then I'll use that first hour to charge up for later for the fireplace.
Perfect. All right, so just in that time, uh, Angle, roll a D100. Let's see how many items you can get fixed in the hour. Okay, 40. That's actually pretty good. All right. So in the course of 1 hour, like you're flying around. Everything's like 1 minute quick, zoom, 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 really fast. And this is mending's a cantrip, right? Let me just make sure.
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, you're literally flying all over the place. Oh, yeah, this bed is broken. Zoom. Okay, this teapot. Zoom. And you're fixing all this kind of stuff. Then in the next hour, let's go ahead, uh, angle and lock both 2d20s. Okay, so you managed to get we're going with the lesser of the two. You managed to get 13 items hoisted as you send up a rope and one individual climbs kind of up one of the trees and as a pulley system just kind of swings back down and ties things together and hoists beds, tables, chairs all the way up. And at least a portion of the damage has been taken care of. He turns to the both of you. Wow, I really appreciate this. Is going to set us along the right path. Um, if you wouldn't mind coming with me, um, I'll take you to where you need to go.
Thank you.
He kind of takes you, kind of curving around a few trees, and turns near the last second. Um, this is obviously a place we want to keep hidden. So I know that you two seem to be in good terms with Arcanum. So if you could also keep this a secret, we would appreciate.
We're all
Absolutely.
about secrecy.
Okay, Angle, what'd you say?
So we're all about secrecy.
Okay, okay, good. So then here, so yeah,
Except
he
keeping
takes
anything
you.
from you, we would never.
Oh, okay. So then he takes your one last tree, and there is kind of like a tiny hut. Um, looks as though the stones are very odd looking stones. Um, they're kind of just like piled up on top of each other in this like, kind of circular pattern with a like the branches of the trees kind of covering the top. Um, and you see a chimney kind of just mashed and just kind of all kind of scattered along the ground. Um, yes, this is one of the first homes that was ever built in this area, and it stands kind of as a important part of our village. Um, it pains us to see it in this destructed manner. But if you can repair it and what's inside, I think you'll be able to have your fireplace.
Okay.
All right. Let's both. Hmm. Let's see. If you want to get to work on the spells in order to reconstruct it, please go ahead. So who's doing what?
Eh, I'm gonna like how tall is the house? How many feet?
I'd say all in all, I would say about 6 or 7 feet, and then width wise, I'd say it's about 10 feet. But the structure, it's like stones the size of bricks. So it's not like it's like a thick structure. And then the roof is again made of branches and wood.
Um, And okay, I can with stone shape I can change the shape of stone that fits in a 5 by 5 by 5 foot square. I don't know if that's
Okay.
shown only like the material needs to fit in there, and I can stretch it out to be longer, but probably even the end result has to be maximum of 5 feet in any direction. So I would have to probably fix a couple feet by hand first, and then the
Okay.
rest I could do with stone shape, or the other way around, stone shape first, and then finish the
Uh,
chimney by hand.
how many can you? How many times can you cast that spell?
Only once. Fourth level is quite high.
Okay. He kind of. Are you explaining this to the elf,
Mm,
or are
yeah,
you just saying it to the DM?
I would probably be talking with Engel about how we're gonna do this, so he could
Okay.
overhear. Yeah.
He says to you, I think maybe to make the structure a little sound, maybe if you could cast the spell first and then build on top of the creation you've made. Because if you do it in reverse, it might be too heavy for the stones on the bottom. So pretty much
Since
the structure, all of the walls are pretty much intact, but like the chimney itself, and then on the inside is kind of like messed up. So that 5 foot would be like the base, and then just put the stones on the top. So it kind of like hides the fact that it was reconstructed magically.
all right, yeah, then I'll do that. It's a big quick
And then he
spell, I
turns
think. Just one action, so almost
to
immediate.
okay, and he turns to Engel. Do you want to do anything, Engel?
I mean, I'll help out if he needs anything. You know, I'm here to
Perfect. Yeah.
assist.
All right. So that's definitely going to take cut down on the time to rebuild the
Yeah.
chimney stack. All right. So as you cast, the structure takes form, and the stones on the ground. You see the elf as well, like hand the stones, picking them up, like with very gentle care. And within no time, you get everything back together, and you see him like kind of put what appears to be something to hold them in place. Well, he looks back at the two of you and the students. This definitely brings a lot of pride back to the village. Um, you said you needed to go inside to use the fireplace, is that correct?
Yeah, if we could.
Yes, and that's another
Okay.
question for the student. Can we all go with the fireplace? Because we don't know the target fireplace, so I would guess that me and Engel at least have to use the other the other transportation portal thing, and then whoever stays
Okay.
behind to close it takes the fire. Am I right in that?
Yeah, so I guess, and this is one of the students. I guess what we can do is, this is the Griffin, the boy with the Griffin. I guess what we can do is maybe one of the other students, because you guys don't have a way of getting back here. One of the students, he's pointing to one that has a broom. We can all go back together. He'll close the portal, and then he'll fly back here, and then they can take you through the fireplace. Does that work?
It works for us as it worked for you guys, looking at the villagers, or at least the representative that's been speaking with us.
Uh, yes, I believe that's fine. We definitely would feel a little bit more at ease knowing a student is in control. That way, they can keep this fireplace somewhat of a secret.
All right, then let's pull it off like that.
Okay. The student that will be returning kind of pipes up. I guess I'll be back in maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and we can go through together.
Okay.
And then he turns to one of the other students on a broom. just make sure to announce to the headmaster. I guess we'll go through. We can go through the uh, library fireplace. Okay, yeah. We'll let them know. And then everyone gets on their brooms and hovers and griffins, and they take off. Okay, you are now in the company of one elf. Is there anything you would like to talk about?
Engel, um, you probably
Yeah.
know this better than me, but from what I understand, from what I've read, you used to have a companion from this village. Do you not?
I don't know. I mean, Lena doesn't look like an elf.
The other plant guy, I think.
Oh, yeah, Nim. Was he from this village? So I didn't really know much about him. I just kind of just stumbled across each other and just kept on going. I don't think we really talked about where he came from.
I mean, I just know what it said in the book. You all have a short paragraph describing each of you, and that's what it said about him.
Oh, was it
Nothing
my
much.
paragraph or someone's paragraph?
It was in Nim's paragraph. You want to know what your paragraph says?
Probably something along the lines of "I'm short, round, and hungry."
Uh,
That's
well, other than your physical description, it says that the only item that would stand out about you is the symbol on your necklace and the shape of your spiritual weapon. Not a lot, but
Some say it's not about the shape of the spiritual weapon, but how you use it. But still, yeah. True.
yeah.
But yeah, I guess he's from this village. Yeah, I guess there's one elf person next to us, right?
yes.
I assume. Do you know who Nim is?
Oh, well, Nim. What was his last name?
Nimrod Kurakakis?
That's okay. uh,
I think that was it. I don't know. I don't think
Or
I don't remember him
who was his family?
having a. He was a druid, and he didn't really talk about his family. At least, or he didn't say it out loud. I guess is it in the journal?
not
Log.
his last name, actually. It does say that he followed Mieliki, and he
Yeah,
was
he
a
called.
paladin that followed Mieliki. I don't know.
Wait, I thought he was from Peru.
Oh, I
What?
think I know. Yes, did he like plants and want to be kind of more in tune with nature and travel around?
Yes, all three of those.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. What about him? I mean, he left kind of some time ago. We haven't really heard from him since.
We're friends of his.
Oh, well, how is he doing? I hope he's doing well. I mean, we
He's
sent
very
him
in
off
touch with
and
nature currently.
I'm sorry?
He's very in touch with nature.
Oh, that's great. I mean, a lot of us in the village, you know, once he left to do his own thing, he was gone for actually, no, he was gone for quite a while, for like a year or so. And I think he was supposed to have come back, but I remember he wanted to travel a little bit south to Wamore. He was saying about studying plants and wanting to plant things and being in tune with nature. But yeah, no, I think he was gone for about a year or so, traveling around. I don't know, I haven't heard much about him lately. Do you have any news?
Yes. When I said he was getting in touch with nature, it's because he's passed away.
Ah, okay. What happened?
Well, there was a fight where we were trying to protect someone, and he used up, or use himself to help give us time to get away.
Wow.
If I remember correctly, I think that's what it was because like he fell down and we were on the roofs and he just stayed down there to fight and he died.
I
If I remember correctly.
am kind of surprised by this.
I'm
I
not.
didn't
He
think
was a
he
good
had it
man.
in him, but again, we knew him at a much younger time in his life. That's good that he made that journey. He got to be in a place to help people he cared about. When did this happen?
Mm, in game
And
time, I want to say 3 months ago, right?
I'd say like a month and a half ago, I want to say maybe.
Month and a half. Jesus. Okay, yeah, a month and a half.
Yeah. Actually, no, maybe month and a half or 2 months. Yeah. I mean, where is he buried?
Underneath a tree, I think that we visited. It was a druid tree, I think, or a
it's
tree
close
of
to
like
Tordia.
yeah, close to Tordia. Yeah, I I forgot what was the reasoning behind that tree because this is a certain tree that he wanted to be buried under.
Um, I don't remember that part, but I mean, I was there for the burial. I think you just searched for a place that he would like and came
Yeah.
across a nice clearing with plants on the way, and that's where you decided to bury him.
Okay. Yeah, no,
So
I was gonna say because I remember we took out all his stuff and like he had coffee and a bunch of other pots and plants on him. We buried him around his grave.
Yeah, planted everything over him. That's true.
Yeah.
is there since you said you two were there for the burial,
Well, I
is
was.
there
I
a
don't think
way?
Locke was.
I'm sorry.
Locke wasn't there, right?
I think I was already there then.
Oh, you
I
were?
think I
Okay.
joined you on your trip to Tordia. Not
Oh,
mistaken.
Yeah. Since you two were there to bury him, I know this is not your concern, but is it possible to bring him back to his home?
um, I don't know how Maliki would feel about desecrating that grave because she kind of okayed it. I guess she like blessed it. I think, right?
I don't remember. We just spoke some words
I
over it.
I thought when we did something like something happened when we buried him, right? There was like some kind of like effect or something,
I
or
don't
no?
remember.
Mm. Okay. Well, yeah. I don't see why not.
Okay. Yeah, I think having him having him home and at least with his village, I think that would be best for everyone.
Okay.
When can we expect you back?
Um, unsure because, like I said, we're here now, right now, and it's going to be a long walk back, and then or a long walk there and a long walk back.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, I'd say about 2 months.
2
Yeah,
months.
because we have to not only extract him but bring him here, and we don't want to rush it and end up making any mistakes or anything like that in terms of bringing him back. But again, we can do that.
In 2 months. Is there any way that you could show us where he is and we can make the arrangements?
Do you have a map?
A map can pinpoint the exact spot.
You can give you the general location. I can tell you what to look for because it's out in the forest. It's not like a. There's a few markers here and there that we can,
It's
state.
actually even easier. It's not out in the forest. It's basically the only place that has trees along that there it was.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a forest, but it's still out in the middle of like the plains though. There's nothing around it.
It was if you go to Tordia and then from Tordia you follow the path that leads basically along the mountainside there, not down to the water, not to the docks. Follow that path, and then on the cliff side of the path, which is on your left if you're going away from Tordia, at some point there's a spot where there's like a small plateau with basically just a couple of trees around a little clearing. That's where it was.
Yeah, see.
So in that little flat section.
Yeah. And again, we planted his plants over him, so there will probably be, weird stuff growing there that doesn't really belong in the area. Engel said coffee already, and there was some kind of herbs, like plants that aren't really generally in the area around there will be growing in one spot if they're doing
Okay.
well. Who knows?
Is there a way for us to be put in contact with Tordia? We don't want to just show up and be run out of town.
Well, it's not in town, so I think you should be okay. It's
But
on
you
the
said it's
outskirts.
along the path
But
leading away from Tordia.
yeah,
So if we go there and we're spotted and we're not greeted with kind regards,
we know the Lord of Tordia. We can talk to him and let him know that some wood elves becoming, and tell him why.
okay.
Um, I, I don't. I'm not from these parts, to be honest. So, is there some reason why a town would have a problem with wood elves showing up? Like, why are you worried that they would attack you?
This village doesn't really, I guess you could say, get out much. Uh, we know that there have been a lot of issues over the years, and one of which was seeing some unknown creatures with the battle in Galmoon. And we haven't received word other than the fact that the portals have finally been closed. But we've pretty much kept to ourselves here. We don't know what the climate is in Galmoon, so we don't know what to expect.
That's fair.
If we go in there and everything's peaceful, then I would imagine you said the Lord of Tordia would greet us. But if there's something off for any reason, we don't want to have to resort to unnecessary means.
Well, we're definitely on good terms with the Lord of Tordia. He's a very reasonable man. Um, I mean, you should avoid Samik, but that's not really on the way anyway, so you shouldn't come across that. Depending on how you're traveling there, you might want to go to Nesedi. I haven't personally been there before I joined the group, but from what I know, that's another elven city on the continent of Gamun, which is not too far from Tordia even.
Okay. I just don't want to show up on someone else's land and start digging and show disrespect to them. I think at least something of a conversation ahead of time would be something I would pursue. And especially if you know this lord and there might be some sort of mm, peace and maybe a connection to help each other in the future.
Yeah.
The- Do you have druids in your group? We know one druid in Tordia who is able to, walk through trees to faraway places. Maybe if you do, you should send them with the group that's picking up Nim, and then, you could set up relations that way easily. It is pretty far away after all.
Yes, I believe the way we'll get there is probably going to take some time. Hopefully, less than 2 months, but we will do our best to make way to Tordia. I know there are docks at the base, and I believe that might be the best way for us to get there.
There are, yes.
Yes.
All right.
So, yes, if you had mentioned sending word to the Lord.
Yes, we can certainly do that. Our mansion, our base of operations, if you want to call it that, is in Tordia. So we will certainly go back there, before long. But we are often doing things just like now, traveling around. So there's a good chance we won't be there when you actually arrive. But yeah, the next time we are there, we will talk to the Lord about you and let him know, who might be coming or who will be coming.
Perfect. Then I believe we need to finish rebuilding first and hopefully setting up some sort of protection against any outside influences. But yes, I thank you for the help that you've done to the village so far.
No problem.
And with that, you hear kind of a whooshing sound as the student lands. Whew, all right. Portal is closed. They are off, and we're ready to go. And he kind of like looks at the elf and then looks at the two of you. Is everything okay?
I think so, right? We've come to a solution, to an agreement.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So if you want, we can go inside and I guess go through the fireplace.
All right. Do we need our own powder, or can we just follow after you as you go through?
I mean, I guess if we can get a little bit more in our hands to do it all at the same time. So each, like pretty much the powder, you get a certain amount, and then you throw it down. If there's more people, you have to get equally that much amount, but you can go at the same time.
We have 3 doses here with us. So if you need some of that, should we just give you 2? You have 1 already, or?
Well, I actually didn't bring. We didn't think that there would be a fireplace, so
Oh, okay. So all 3
um,
of ours.
yes.
That's fine.
All right, you guys stand in the fireplace, and you see the student kind of nod his head. Thank you for your hospitality. And you see the elf kind of like nod his head too. He takes the um, three portions of the powder, closes his eyes for a second, and then just kind of like throws it on the ground at you guys' feet. And with that, let's go over to. Let me just. Yes, this one. Nope, that's the wrong button. Right here. I think it's Boglio. Let me just make sure. Can you pause the recording? I
Yes, I can.
As you guys step through, uh, you get sent through the fireplace and kind of stumble out onto the ground, um, avoiding the flames that are consuming the fireplace. As you look around, kind of like a little dusty, uh, you see that you're back in the Arcanum library where you earlier sat and had a nice conversation with the headmaster, Thistleborn. Okay, well, well, we're here. Hopefully, the other students are alerting the headmaster, and he should be with you in time. I do, because of the time, I do need to go to my dorm. But that was fun. That was, yeah, that was good. Do you need anything before I go?
That's it.
Oh,
Okay.
where can
And
we find the headmaster?
he should be coming down. I told the other students we would be coming through the library.
No, right.
So yeah, once he's alerted, it's probably going to take some time because the pond is a little bit far from the headmaster's quarters. But yeah, once he's alerted, I'm sure he'll make his way as quick as possible down to the library.
All right. Thank you for your help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
seriously,
welcome.
thanks.
It was nice meeting you. And he just kind
Likewise.
of walks.
Great then.
Yeah, guess we did it. Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know about you, Locke, but I am getting tired.
Yeah.
Okay, is there
There's
anything you guys want to talk about ahead of time?
always a lot we need to do. What do we need from him? We need to give him the swords, see what they want to do with that.
Potions, other stuff, yeah.
We need to ask about how, or if they have any idea how we could close those portals that are underwater, right? Or the plane of water, since they asked us to do that and we can't really, or we don't really know how. And I would love to learn how to use teleportation circles. Those are 3 items on the to-do list for this place.
Yeah. Mm.
With that, you are sitting there talking, not loudly, but you're just having a normal conversation. And out of nowhere, you hear this large creaking sound. And you hear very faint footsteps in the background. Time passes.
Think they forgot about us?
Or someone's coming.
You no longer hear the footsteps.
We take a look around. Nah, he knows where the fireplace is. His name's Thistleborn, by the way. Headmaster.
Okay.
We'll see if I can see anyone.
Go ahead and make a perception roll on this one.
Yes, I'm great at that. Actually, not even that terrible.
You're +3, right?
+4 even. 16.
There you go. 16. You do see the faintest, really out of the corner of your eye. You see something kind of move or some kind of distortion on the other side of the gate directly in front of you.
Like in the air?
No, like behind the gate, so the direction you're facing, there's large gates. Behind
Yeah.
that, you saw like something just slightly move, shift.
I'll make sure to have my bat crawl to the side of my head so I have blind vision as I get closer.
Okay.
And I'll look through the bat's eyes.
Okay.
Ears.
As you look through, you see a bunch of bookshelves up to about your chest level. Nothing seems to be obstructing you except for the tall bookshelves in the very, very back. As you do look through, you see as though something has dropped down to the ground, and you hear it kind of scurry towards your right side.
Keep looking through the bat as I hold out my hand with the bat on it through the grate so it can look around in there.
Okay. At the very end, as you stick your bat out holding it, the bat sees something at the last second uh, run around what looks to be a railing, and you hear the scuffling footsteps of um, someone going down the stairs.
There's stairs on the right somewhere there.
Yes. You see, it looks. Let me do this one. Like in this area. You do see like a railing here and here and here. And this is the beginning of the railing. That entity ran around the railing and then down the stairs this way. And is out of sight now.
Did it look like a person or an animal or something else?
All you saw was a the tail end of what either could have been a black cape or a black hood or some black material that is following uh, whatever entity that thing was.
All right. Well, I don't think we should be breaking into a school that we want to be on good terms with. But it is. Oh, there's doors. Is it locked? Probably.
Are you trying the doors?
I'm just like giving it a try, see if it's locked. Yeah.
As you push and pull the doors, you kind of go back and forth. The doors don't seem to give.
I don't want to pry more, but that was weird. Update angle. There was this. I don't know. There was something over there in that locked off area. Probably let the headmaster know once he gets here.
Didn't they say there was something over there last time we were here?
The locked area?
Yeah,
Something about that? I don't remember anything.
I know you asked about it. Because you were talking about looking at the books and researching the stuff, and then they said that's where they keep all their like forbidden stuff, and you said you actually can get access to it.
And someone's in their forbidden library.
Well, that's not good.
Well, it would be fine if they were just walking around in there. They would probably belong, but something that runs away as you get closer, that's suspicious, yeah.
Was it a bipedal animal, or was it a quadruped?
I couldn't see. All I saw was something black going down. There's some stairs in there, going down the stairs. Might have been a cloak. Might have been tail. Might have been... I don't know what.
What did you find in your...
It was definitely. I might have explained it incorrectly. It was definitely some sort of black cloth. So either it was a cloak or a cape, that kind of thing. You couldn't
All right.
tell.
Some kind of black clothing.
Yeah, it was just the tail end of that cloth.
Okay.
I mean, I could have sent my bat after it, but that'd be right. You know, it's like locked off and everything. Yeah. Send my eyes in there.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I can't cast sending. Never mind. The juice.
So we are tired.
What do you want to do?
Oh, I'd love to.
I can. I'll try casting message randomly, not the spell to contact anyone, but the cantrip that goes for 120 feet. I point in some random directions and see if I can reach Headmaster Thistle somewhere and keep going like Headmaster Thistle. Can you hear me? Are you there? Maybe towards some doors.
Okay, what random direction are you sending it?
It's a cantrip, so I'm doing it over and over again in different directions. First towards both doors that I can see over here. Oh no, we have the pointing now. Let's see here. And then maybe just like on our level, some cardinal directions. Down a bit, like I'm just trying a whole bunch.
Okay. After about like 10 or so attempts, left, right, up, down, all that stuff, can he respond to the thing?
Yes, he can.
Okay. Yeah, is this lock?
Oh, I moved my finger back to where it just was. Yes. Hi, this is Locke. We're in the library. I don't know if you've been informed. We just wanted to maybe contact you a bit earlier because we just saw something moving through the forbidden part of the library and it hid from us, so it didn't seem quite right.
Oh, there's something in the forbidden section.
It seemed like it, yeah.
Okay. Give me just a couple minutes then. I was almost down to the library myself, but I guess I'll get a few teachers.
All right.
Okay. You now have a few more minutes.
I'm gonna follow Angle, but in the meantime, I'll send my bat in and have it cling to the ceiling above the stairs. Basically, be a sentinel checking the stairs to see if it comes back up.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
looking at the door.
flies. It flies in. It goes to the top of the stairs, and it's just kind of keeping watch. Angle, is there anything you want to do?
No, I'm just making sure nothing gets in or out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is the bat reporting back to you?
Once I get to somewhere where I can stay, like to this corner here, I'm gonna look through its eyes so I see what it sees anyways.
Can you also hear through the bat or no?
Let me double check. I'm not actually
Oh,
sure.
yeah, I think so, but yeah, check.
Yeah, see through the familiar's eyes and hear what it hears.
Okay. You hear very faint kind of heavy breathing. And then you hear another individual. Wait, so what happened? I don't know. There's someone up there. Oh, I mean, what do we do? I don't know. I don't know if there's like another entrance or I don't know. Maybe we can go down deeper or just wait. I don't know. We can wait for them to leave. I know this was a bad idea. We shouldn't have left our dorms. I know, but we needed this book. Look,
Right.
let's just hang out a minute or two more, and then maybe we'll try again.
I'll whisper quietly so Engel hears me. It seems like they're students. They're here after some book. Just at least two of them, maybe more.
Okay.
Oh my god, this is such a bad idea. Why did you talk me into this? Look, we needed the book. I'm sorry. That wasn't worth it. Okay, what do you guys want to do?
Just wait. All right, that's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's. Within a few minutes, let me see. Oh, come on, right click. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's working now. Okay. And then where? You hear one of the doors open up, and you hear kind of faint talking as three voices approach. I don't know how the students got out again. I don't get it. And Thistleborn walks up, as does the librarian, and you hear very faintly, I thought I put a protection spell against that. I don't know how they got through the doors. And they walk up. Oh, Luck, I see you're here. Where's
Talking?
Engel?
Is he talking loud enough for the bat to hear as well? So otherwise, I'm
Yes.
deaf. Okay, no, then I'll come back to my own senses. Uh, oh, Headmaster Thistleborn. Hi, Engel's over there at the door. Keeping watch. I have a familiar above the stairs in there. Didn't dare to go deeper. It seems they're just students. At least two of them. They were after some book. They said they needed it. That's what I've overheard.
Okay. Thistleborn makes his way around. Ah, Engel. Good to see you again.
Hello.
See you're keeping watch?
Yeah. Make sure no one gets in or out.
All right. I guess we should go in and handle this. Thank you for alerting us. We'll definitely deal with these students. Uh, we definitely discourage this kind of behavior, especially going into a restricted area, and especially at night when they should be in their dorms. Let's just pop around here, and you see both the librarian and headmaster conduct a spell, and it seems to have unlatched the door, and they still need to put a key in and unlock it. And the door, with enough clicks, opens. And Marcelia goes inside, followed by the librarian, and the headmaster kind of turns back. Oh, Engel. Let's just kind of stay back. I'm sure the two professors can handle that on their own. Let's just. I believe we did have some business to talk to or talk about. If you wouldn't
I'm
mind.
familiar too.
The bat kind of flourishes away, and in a split second, you see like a blast of something, and your bat kind of falls to the ground. It looks like they had a bat in here, I think.
That was mine. Okay.
Oh, it'll, I guess, be up in a minute or two.
Oh, all right. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll pick it up in a minute, or maybe they'll bring it. Okay.
Yeah, it's on the inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick it up. Someone will ask me in.
All right, I guess let's have a seat and we can have a little conversation.
Right.
Come on, headmaster. There we go. He takes you back to the fireplace. So, I'm very interested how everything turned out. I heard from the students that you arrived and were successful. I've been definitely waiting to hear back word.
Mostly successful. Their leader managed to escape, but yeah, at least their attack was halted. We did also come across that item that they were probably looking for. Well, the sword.
Oh, yes, the scimitar.
Yeah.
Okay, and is it the actual one? Do you have it?
Well, I identified it. I don't know too many details about the artifact you were looking for, but it sounds like it. It aids one in fighting against a certain element as long as it's imbued with that element beforehand. Sounds like
Okay.
it, yeah.
Interesting. Well, huh. All right. I guess that's very good news to hear that they didn't get a hold of it. What happened to the plane of fire?
Brought them
Uh,
back, but fortunately they got away. Or the yeah, we brought them back.
we
Oh,
did
they got away.
just the head honcho. We defeated the
Yeah,
foot soldiers.
yeah.
Oh, okay. That definitely puts a dent in their army. I know they're not ones to reveal their cards too early in a game. They're very clever and conniving. I'm sure most of their people are on that side.
We took serious hits ourselves, though none of the human knights survived.
None of them.
Yep, not a single one. They were, to be fair, in their role as knights, I guess they decided to fight on the front lines, protecting the weaker friends we had behind them, mostly from the plane of water, since the airplane guys were just flying. But yeah, they were right at the front lines. They took the losses that come with that, I guess.
Well, they laid down their lives for a good cause. It's unfortunate they're no longer here, but for what it's worth, they served their purpose. I think maybe if you could tell me everything that transpired, it would definitely be of use to the school.
Right? What, are you interested mostly in the plane of fire, or what do you want to hear about?
As much as possible about everything that went down.
we arrived with some forces from the plane of water, mostly merfolk, as well as their prince, as well as the knights, and from the plane of air we had King Aramis himself, as well as multiple of his air guards. We found the enemy pretty quickly because they were burning a trail through the woods, so we just followed the fire. They had one fire giant, as well as a number of hellhounds, fire elementals, and what were those little ones called? Angle imps or something?
Yeah,
Sure.
imps, yeah.
Okay.
And their leader, did we learn his name, or do we only know it because his mini had that name?
I think we only know it from what is they were saying.
Okay, in that case, their leader was some kind of, I don't know, demon or something. Some goat-like features. He fought with 2 scimitars and magic. For most of the fight, he went invisible, and it was pretty annoying to try to find him.
This is something I do remember. You guys actually do know his name. He was talked about in the dungeons. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
if you want to say his name, yeah.
From what we know, it was Khosra that was leading them, and he's the one that got away in the end as well. The way the battle turned out was that we mostly fought them on our own because, your students weren't able to get there. But then in the end, when it was mostly just Khosra left, we got the message for how to open that portal, so we were able to let them through. They helped us track him down and expel him. No, he just fled in the end, of course.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. Yeah.
And you said you fought with you fought against imps, and what else was there?
That's pretty much it.
One fire giant, fire elementals, and hellhounds, and Khosra.
Okay. Interesting. A fire giant too. Okay, and like the entire time you see him like writing everything down. Okay, interesting. And at the end of it, how were you able to get the information about the portal to let my students through?
I was contacted by a former member of our group. I don't know how she really knew what was going on or how she was able to contact us. I think she was with Seeker Alma at the time, so probably through her.
Yes. We did contact Seeker Alma and asked her if there was a way to contact you. We had, unfortunately, no way to speak with you, and she said she would take care of it. So you said you were put in contact. How?
She spoke to me through someone that was nearby. I think it was a water elemental. Suddenly started speaking to me in the voice of, well, it was Lena, our teammate, who was currently off doing her own things.
I thought it was a frog.
Yeah. Oh yeah. A water guard. Yeah. Merfolk.
Yeah.
That's what they're called.
Merfolk guard.
Yeah. And she basically just told me what I had to do. The movements and the words.
Okay. And then what happened after my students came through?
They used the magic that they had access to see invisibility. Khosra was flying and invisible and attacking from invisibility with ranged attacks. So he was hard to track down. He would, shoot his projectiles and then fly somewhere else, but we wouldn't see where. So basically, it was kind of like searching through the dark. The students were flying around searching for him, each with a radius around them where they could see, and I, through my familiar, was also able to search for him. So yeah. took some flying around until we were able to pinpoint him. Then we got some attacks in on him, but then he decided, I guess that it was a lost cause. He disappeared, teleported away. I assume back to the portal in the forest, but I don't actually know for sure. He disappeared.
Okay. Wow. That's interesting then. And then after that, how did you manage to get the students back? How did you do anything else after that?
Well, Engel, maybe you want to tell the story of how we got to get that scimitar of slaying.
So, funny story. I went to my mother's house where I had dinner, and the cleric there
Okay.
apparently stumbled across it in his travels, doing, being a missionary and such, and he found it in, where was it, in Kivik? No, not Kivik.
Yeah.
It was in Kivik, yeah, it was in Kivik, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
They found it in Kivik, and he gave it to us.
Okay. Where was your mother's house? In Kivik?
No, not in Kivik. It's in,
Just across the Strait of Umor on the other side, the northern tip of the southern landmass of Umor.
yeah.
What's the name of the village or town?
I don't know, do you know Engel? You should.
I should, yeah, I know.
Checks, notes,
Yeah, I
furious.
know. I don't I remember giving it a name, but I forgot what it's called.
Is it Grenza?
No.
No, it's not Grinza. What is this? I give it a name? I give it a name.
So it seems as though you can keep looking for the name,
Yeah.
Angle. It seems as though this is quite an unraveling of events. Um, this is incredible to hear the fact that, yeah, um, yeah, they're, you were able to come out on top and at least find the scimitar, even though, yeah, it's, hmm, okay, yeah. So I guess the best thing for us would be to, I guess, what's your next plan of attack?
Like, we have a couple things that we need to do. Some of them we actually need your help with. One thing is that the Plane of Water requested that in return for their help, we would help them destroy their portals, except for the main one that's close to their city or town or wherever, wherever their center is. Now, we said we would help with that, but we don't really know for sure how we would be able to destroy the portal, especially since it's underwater over there. We're wondering if you had any ideas about that.
For destroying the portals?
Yeah, they want most of them permanently gone except for that one.
Well, I think from what we've read, using certain explosives would work, but underwater would be challenging. I think there's a way for us to create maybe a temporary bubble, but that would be challenging.
The
I
other
think what we
tricky,
could do, yeah,
the other challenge that we have to keep in mind is that, we would have to go there through the portal, set up some device that will destroy it, and then leave through the portal again, and only then should it be destroyed. Otherwise, we'll be stuck wherever the portal is.
Yeah. I think what we can do is maybe create. I don't know if we can create a potion for that, but maybe repel water. Maybe we can create something that repels water. And then send it through along with the explosive at the same time. And then have the person on the other side be the way that it's activated. So
We need a person on the other side.
Someone goes through the portal, then the people that are at the first portal sets up both devices and then stays clear, and the person that's on the second portal goes back through. They would switch places, and then the device could activate and explode, thus destroying the bubble and the portal at the same time.
That part might be made easier if we were to activate the portal on our side using Mage Hand. No one would have to go to the other side beforehand. We could simply send the bomb there, and if it's on a timer,
That could work too. That would work, yeah. I think, yeah, if you use Mage Hand to input the numbers, I think that would work. Okay. Yeah, that's possible. Okay. So here, yes. Did you get your village name?
Blindberg?
Yep, there you go. Just sent you the message.
Did you? Oh, I found an old message.
Yeah.
And I think that cleric told us that someone gave it to him, right, for safekeeping. Someone from Kvik. Am I remembering that correctly?
I'm sorry?
I think, Engel, that someone, or that the cleric that we met in at your mother's house told us that someone else gave it to him. Isn't that right? Someone gave it to him for safekeeping, I think.
Yeah, someone gave it to him from the village. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it was someone from Kvik that found it or had it or something.
I
Something
see.
like that.
Did you get a name for the
I
cleric?
think he just kept on referring to him as his contact.
No, for the cleric.
Oh yeah, Rorin.
Sorry, what was it?
Rorin, Rorin.
Okay. So Rorin was the cleric. Oh, let's see. And the contact was nameless.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. All right. I think that that should do it on our front. Is there anything else that you would need to know or ask questions or anything?
Yes.
Yes, I have another point that we should discuss. I would like to learn to be able to use teleportation circles to make getting around a bit easier for us. So far, it's always a bit of a hassle.
I see. This one, we're happy to teach you. You, especially with what just happened in Kivik, and how you two both helped out. I think that's perfectly fine. Um, I would hope that you're able to put the sigils and circle in a location that um, only the two of you would access.
We do already have a room in our mansion planned out, which would be hidden. You know, you can
Okay.
never guarantee that no one gets access to it, but yeah, we will do our best to protect it. That's for sure.
Okay. It will require a 10 by 10 space on the floor. And I would say the best sigils, the best craftsmanship is to have it uh, stoneworked and carved and chiseled into the ground and then filled with the dye. That's the best way.
Okay.
Right, that's for making the permanent circle, right?
Yes.
Can you also teach me the spell to be able to teleport to a circle from wherever we are?
Well, that's the thing. You would also have to go to a certain location to uh, gain access. So, for example, you would have your own circle, and then it kind of so out of game. The main circle, the outside circle, has like kind of your sigils, like your kind of like your specific constellations. Um, and they're done in a certain arrangement. And then there's an inner circle that's just a little bit smaller that also has open circles, and that you would put in the constellations in a certain pattern, and then you would go to that location.
Okay.
Then the the ones that you wrote down on the ground would evaporate, and then you would be in that area. So if you wanted to get back wherever you are, you'd have to put your own constellations in the exact order, and then as you go through, those would get burned up. So the circle itself stays, but the inner circle that has the kind of ascending location would evaporate.
And that's just how or the spell teleportation circle works, like in this world, or if is that something
Yeah,
else?
yeah. That's how it works. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the spell's fine as it is. Just that's the like narrative components.
I mean, it is an alteration of the spell, right? Here, that's not how the spell normally works.
Let me just make
Pretty sure.
let me just see what has been altered from it, because yeah, still 10 foot, 10 foot by 10 foot. Still, that link of first section. Shimmering portal opens up. Still the same. Uh, still the same. Still the same. Yeah, it's all the same.
It has a duration of 1 round, though, so it would disappear again after 1 round. You cast it normally.
Yeah. Well, this one, the circle itself is like etched into it, and then you put in whatever you want, and that's the thing that burns up. But the actual circle itself is permanent. So still the first sentence, to a location, permanent teleportation circle of your choice. So still the same thing, the sigil sequence. So the sigils that you're going there to. So like say for example, I'm going from here to the bank. The bank has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go there. The numbers just burn up, but the circle is still there forever.
Okay.
So then if you want to go back, maybe your manor is 19734. So then you put that, and then that's where you go. So the numbers would burn up, but the circle is still again permanent.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, I would like to learn how to do that.
Okay. I was gonna do it in a way where you're only allowed access to one location, and then you have to go to a certain location and then put in the same teleportation circle, and it's like a link. But I think that would be like, yeah, I think that would be kind of like not so great because it's just like, oh, we can just go back and forth from Tordia to Allride. Like, all right, that's not really a lot of travel. Like, it's not as open for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
So as long as you learn the constellations and such, then you're able to create your own sigils and then recognize the sigils of other locations.
Yeah, so I would like to learn that spell, and yeah, the whole thing with the underwater bombs. That's the other point. We need to find a solution.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And then the underwater bombs we can most likely work on here, and then maybe you can come back at a certain point, or we can somehow contact you. As for the classes would take some time because for each class you would need to for each sigil it would be like one class.
How much time are we talking? How long would I have to be here?
Well, I guess we can because usually it's these classes are held on certain days. I think as long as you come back and just attend the class. So, I guess for example, Wednesday at midnight. Just make sure you're here each Wednesday. And then after the hour or so class, you'll have one extra sigil.
Let's see.
So, in order to actually learn other sigils, like say for example, you learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, but then you go out into the world and you see 6. You haven't learned that sigil yet, so you'd have to attend the class.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, in that case, I would need a way to come back here easily. Is there perhaps with the powder through the fireplace? Would that be the best way?
I think we would discourage traveling to the fireplace, but if you want, we could possibly use. Uh, there is a certain home that is open for travel that it's primarily used for its fireplace. But you can travel through there in Boglio, and then it's a very short ride to the school.
That works for me, but that means, from what I understand, that I would have to see that fireplace and get to know it first, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. And so if I could do that before we leave here, that would be great.
Perfect. I can have one of the students take you over and both introduce you to the fireplace. Of course, it'll take some time of studying the fireplace, kind of like a ritual. But once you spend those 10 minutes, you'll be good to go and you can travel to and from, or at least to, that fireplace.
Yeah. All right. And when is the
Do you have
class?
a do you have a fireplace at your home?
We do have a fireplace, yes. I don't have
Okay.
any more of the
Yeah.
powder though. That I still need that.
Okay. We can get you some of the powder. That's a little bit that's a little bit one of the benefits of having the sigils, the circles, is once you know the combination, you don't need to continually make powder.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right then. Well, I guess we can start making some of the powder. It will take a little bit of while. The classes are usually Wednesdays at midnight. A lot of the
Okay.
students will come through, and yeah, I guess you'll be having class with the students, and they're pretty much used to having one or two trusted individuals, so it won't be too odd.
All right.
And the headmaster turns to Engel. Is there anything in particular you would like to learn? We do offer a lot of classes.
Well, let's learn in things or items that is most of what we're looking for. Invisibility potions, fire resistant potions, because we still have to go to the plane of fire.
Okay, I see.
Or if you could teach me how to make them, that'll work too.
Let me see if we can what we can work out. I know relics. I don't know if we can imbue these items or these powers onto items, but as he looks around, this library is full of knowledge even I have yet to tap into. I think maybe if you come back at a more opportune time, the librarian is very well versed in all the books available here. She could definitely point you in the right direction.
Okay.
Perfect. And with that, as you guys are talking, you do hear a couple of the students and a couple of the teachers leaving the restricted area, making their way across, and you hear um, one of the students, "No, stop! I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I wasn't even trying to do anything. I just wanted to stay in bed." And you should have getting out of your dorms, especially for the restricted area at night. Oh, you should know better. William, I can't believe you and Darius were like this. It's so embarrassing. You hear the other
Oh,
one, "I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. I was just really curious." And with that, you hear the door to the library open, and the librarian is locking up the gate to the restricted area as the two boys are being hauled up to their dorms by Marcelia.
So you said, oh, they're locked, or they they
I
hide.
think I misheard. I
What's
think
that,
she said.
Eagle?
I think she heard Darius. I thought I heard Dario, but yeah. Uh, is my bat already awake again?
Yes, the bat kind of made its way while you were chatting.
Okay.
Ingle, what did you say?
I was
Your
talking about. I
phone was
asked
low.
Locke, like, what do you? What, he said, oh. I'm like, what? What's up?
Oh,
Yeah. It's just
what,
thought I
what did
heard
you say?
Dario, but it was Darius. I think
Oh, I see.
the
Yeah,
student's name, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So not Dario, like Dario Cross. For a second, I thought he might have been a former student from here or something, but no, I don't think so.
Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, just for a second, I thought Dario Cross might have been a former student here from what I heard, but no, that's not what it was. Yeah, it was just a gut
Darius?
reaction to hearing the name Dario Cross.
Oh, yeah. Uh, Dario Cross. I mean, I don't really know anything really much about him. I know what he's been doing, but his whereabouts, his background is all a bit of a mystery to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, both William and Darius. It seems as though William always gets pulled into these things, and Darius is kind of the ringleader. Hmm.
Let me couple.
But Yeah, Darius is a little bit kind of a wilder one. I'm sure he's probably in the same part of the restricted section. Part of me wants to get rid of some of those books because I'm sure they'll lead to things those kids shouldn't be learning.
Is that when Locke instantly turns around and goes, "Excuse me"?
Yeah, my brain is like, I'll take.
Get rid of books, you say?
uh,
Well, I happen to have a satchel that can hold a lot of books. I can help out with that, you know.
Well, as nice of an offer as that is, I think a more permanent solution to dispatching of these books would be a little bit opportune. I
Well, if we're
think in the
going to the fire
course,
plane, if you want us to just go ahead and just, toss it in some lava there,
I
that'll for
think
sure get rid of them.
I think in the pursuit of our knowledge, we've stumbled across some unsavory uh, bits of information.
Mm,
Yeah.
actually, I know where we can get rid of them, and Locke can help. Uh, Locke, don't you know some friends of yours who could definitely put them away somewhere where it can never be found ever again?
I mean, yeah, if you put them there, there's a good chance no one will ever find them.
Correct.
It's not about finding them, it's more so about destroying some things that just shouldn't be known.
They could do that too, actually.
What kind of knowledge are you talking about here?
Yeah.
Well, there are certain items, like you had been asking about, Engel, of the imbuement of items in order to add some sort of powers to uh, just mundane items. That kind of, again, with the wrong information or the wrong person, something minor can be taken out of hand. I think the librarian is someone I can trust to give you the information that would not put anyone in danger, yet still help you with your mission. But even just something like being able to create portals, I think that's something dangerous, or being able to control people, which is one of the reasons why we frown upon necromancy in the school. I think, yeah, many pieces of information can get pulled into the wrong hands. And this is something that I've been telling Seeker Alma was I trust her with some of the items that she has in her pocket, but if they were to get into the wrong hands, that would be dangerous.
You can see
Like I said,
the
go ahead. Go
world
ahead.
position you're coming from. Just destroying knowledge, it just irks me the wrong way. It doesn't seem right.
But,
If
sorry.
you were to have information that you know you can protect, and after all of our short lives, no matter if it's 50 years or 500, there's no way to protect something forever. Kings have fallen, civilizations have crumbled, planes of existence have been put into slavery. Hiding something, especially in a library, where for some reason two rambunctious children can get into, and even if it's tucked away in whatever you said your location is, things always have a find a way of coming back up.
Certainly, but you make a good point. Things change. First of all, whatever knowledge you destroy, that doesn't guarantee that it won't simply be rediscovered. It was discovered somehow in the first place. And on top of that, what you might deem unsavory or unsafe right now, people might view that differently in 100, 1,000 years. So unless they were able to recreate that knowledge, they might be missing out on something vital.
You have a good point, but I think the destruction of people will never be fashionable.
You say, for example, you consider necromancy as bad, but necromancy does not inherently destroy people.
No, I didn't say necromancy is bad. I said the controlling of other people. I think
Okay.
if it's someone's wish to remain at peace in their death, and someone were to raise them and to have them do their bidding, I think that would sit unwell with me.
But see, that's what I mean. Your position on what a dead body is and what rights it might or might not have and what it might or might not mean for the soul that used to inherit it are not factually known. They're beliefs that you hold, beliefs that people in other places at other times might not agree with. Are you truly the one to be able to decide for everyone else what knowledge should or should not exist in the world?
I think where facts cannot. How do I say this? Jesus. I think the areas where facts do not persist, faith steps in. I think, yes, it is a fact people die, but it is a belief that we shouldn't kill them. The innocent, at least. I think the things that we teach in this school are for the betterment of society. And if they were to be put into the wrong hands, our school has failed. We deserve to have the power to choose what's right and wrong. And for at least our time and place, what's wrong is to allow the plane of fire to murder Kivik and to have some king place their thumb over a people and squish. I think we need to do, especially with our amazing powers and gifts, what's right in order to put the dead at peace and bring stability to those who are living. We understand that maybe from where you come from, the dead or the living accept that once they die, they are to remain in service of others. But again, that's your people. Many of us don't feel the same way.
Yeah. Well, I can see that you can make your own opinion. Slight correction. We don't see the people that die as to be remain in their service. It's simply their body. We view people, their bodies as two separate things. The body's a machine that the self inhabits during life, and as it leaves, it's gone. It's just an empty
That's what
shell.
he meant. He meant like
Yeah.
they, not their souls. They, like the entity, is to remain in service. But yeah, I think for a lot of people on Gao Moon, we've seen enough death in the past 100 or so years. And the thought of having someone in control of our bodies, whomever our bodies are to serve, is not a fate we wish to be subjected to.
I see. You can draw the line where you wish to draw it. I can accept that.
And as for us, a lot of our pursuits, we've been to the other side in different planes, and that's how we gathered the information of magic. And some of the things that people before me found they decided to pick up the quill and record. And I think some of those things in the restricted section are mortifying. I think those two children, they might not be able to last in this school for too much longer.
Why is that?
Somehow, through one way or another, they keep finding themselves in the restricted section. And like I said, there are books there that should not be looked at. Having broken the rules countless times, I think there's no other course of action. I think if they were to do it one more time, we would be forced. We can't have students who are not well learned in the arts to continually cross the rules of a school trying to teach them to be better.
Do you know why they were there or what they were looking for?
They've we've caught them with books in their hands, but I don't think some of the times that we've caught them, they might have heard us ahead of time because I don't think they're all that interested in some of the restricted books that we've found them with. I
I mean,
don't
it
think
doesn't
they're
hurt
really
them,
interested in finding.
but
I don't think they're really interested in some of the light-hearted fairy tales that we've considered restricted. I think they might have put one or two of the books back and only allowed us to see what they want us to see.
It seemed to me, from what I overheard of their talk, that they were looking for one book in particular. I don't know what book, but the guy that convinced the other one to come, what was his name? Darius. He
Yeah.
he said he needed that book. It seemed to me they were talking about one book. I don't think they're just carousing Forbidden Section for the thrill of it or anything like that. I think they have some kind of reason. Perhaps if you found out why, there might be help for them that does not involve them knowing knowledge that you deem forbidden. Perhaps they might not need to be expelled if you can find another solution.
Well, that's the thing. Whenever we question them, it's just lies. Whenever we catch them, most of the time, they've only been caught with not that damning of information in their possession. And the one or two times that we have caught them, it seems as though they had one of the books to imbue certain items with magical powers. And if we could piece together what they're after, we can piece together what they're trying to do. One of the books that we found them with was about this one location. I think you might have mentioned it earlier. It was about this one area of a kind of almost like a pocket dimension where there's just kind of absolute nothingness. Um, but we don't know to what end. Um, Something about no stars in the sky and such, but I don't know. I don't know to what end are they working.
We've
so
heard somebody else talk about it and call it the skyless plane. Does that tell you anything?
That seems like it's the same location.
It does, yeah. But I was just wondering if calling it that now that you have a name for it, if that might. But yeah, it's like that's not calling anything else to mind.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if they were trying to get the information for themselves or retrieve it for someone else or maybe even destroy the book or to have the book or who knows. But they've been playing these antics for far too long. And one of which that concerns me, and it's unfortunate we don't know what, but there is one book that has gone missing, yet we can't seem to find the information on it of what they stole.
Okay. What book was that?
That's what I'm saying. We don't can't find the information of what was stolen.
You guys don't have like a. You know, what, it's fine. Okay.
They altered a lot of some of the records.
The kids did.
Yes,
Huh. That's kind of funny.
I know, and very concerning.
Huh. So, question: have you ever tilled a garden before, or helped, or dealt with growing trees?
Have I? No, I'm not really much of a green thumb.
Mm, okay. So you
Is
know
there any
how
reason?
trees grow, right? When
Yeah,
they're growing, they tend to grow in their own manner, and sometimes you'll have branches and such that kind of, you know, grow in really bad directions that you want to kind of keep them from growing into. What do you think you'd do in that situation?
well, for one, if you're trying to talk about the branches being the two students and the school being the tree, or maybe on the right path, we've been trying, and every time the twine snaps, they go in their own direction. And the direction that they're going is somewhat dark.
And have you sat down and asked them where they want to go?
Like I said earlier, everything's been a number of lies.
There are
I
truth and
think
lies. So
at this point, possibly not allowing them to continue with learning magic and having access to something that is dangerous is the best course.
actually, that's the more
And
dangerous thing you could do.
I do appreciate your two input on the school that I seem to be running, but I think those two students in my stead have become lost causes.
Have you thought about getting a remote or a remote type of school or a different type of learning?
I think at this point, possibly less advice is the better course of action.
Well, exactly. That's actually my point, actually, is less advice. So instead of you trying to tell them what to do, put them in a place to where they can kind of learn at their own pace.
I see. I do appreciate the two of yours advice. I think maybe it is getting a little bit late in the night. I'm sure looking at the quality of your armor and how much you guys have fought hard to protect this realm, maybe it's time for you to rest. I don't want to take up more of your time.
Okay. What was their names again? The students, I just don't know their names.
William and Darius.
Gotcha. Well, okay. I'll remember them.
I'm sure that will probably play into someone's favor a little bit later.
No, I'm talking about like when you kick them out of school and they learn, dark arts on their own and try to take over the world and when I have to kill them.
That's what I was responding to.
Yeah.
I'm sure you remembering them will serve later.
and Engel's just gonna, just tune out now that except the conversation's over. He's gonna tune out now.
Okay.
So, well, back to other matters. We still had that fireplace powder that we need some of.
I do believe it is a little bit late into the night, as I did say.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
can
maybe
we
we
sleep here
adjourn.
somewhere? Otherwise, we would have to solve that before we go back home.
I think maybe at a later date we can take care of the powders and stuff. If you would like, I can arrange for you to return to your home.
All right.
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out 2 portions of the flu powder.
I take a portion.
He hands it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll go to that fireplace at our home.
He hands another to Locke, and then makes his way over. And then he kind of like lowers his hands, and the fire dims down.
Yes, I did scale that couch.
Yes. All right. I believe maybe after a good night's rest, we can have another conversation. Maybe at another day.
All right.
Yep.
Can I insight check whether he is actually like get us back here somehow?
What's that?
Can I insight check him? I feel like what he really means by that.
Sure. Go ahead.
Team.
Okay. He does mean at a later date. He does mean everything he says, but you can see as the headmaster being told by 2 outsiders he met kind of recently, he was offended as to being pushed to not do his own way of running his school kind of thing.
Right.
It was his polite way of saying, maybe let's stop this conversation.
Okay. Well, I'll think of the fireplace in the basement at our house in Tordia real hard. Actually, change my mind. I'm gonna think of the one in the dining room. That's better than the one in the basement. Who knows? Someone might be working there. Dining hall. Actually, hang on. I think I'm just gonna go to the one in the dining hall. Maybe you might want to do the same. In Tordia.
Okay.
I'll try it. Toss it in. Step through.
Okay. Well, it's kind of like you step in and then throw it on the floor.
No, not that way around.
Yeah. All right. You puff and then you're gone. And I can't hide you because the right click is not that working. Oh.
Okay. I'll do the same thing as well. Step inside. Think of the fireplace in the dining room at our abode, and toss the powder.
Okay. And then with that, you're gone. Okay. So then let's go over to Tordia. Come on, why can't I click this thing? Okay. All right. Let's see. It's loading. All right, I'm going to pull you guys inside as soon as I get over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. go. Okay. And angle. There you go. You two now pour out of the fireplace and kind of roll against the ground. Angle, you kind of land near, yet a little bit on top of Locke. As you come to, you see a very quiet manor as the night fills the room. It's completely dark as everyone is asleep. And for here, let's end tonight's session because it is almost, yeah, it's like cutoff time. Oh boy.
YouTube.
Bye.
Right.